I could never get the lighting here right. Okay. Don't have any expectations in life. Because I feel that more often than not, it will often make you disappointed. Once you have expectations in life, and I can't really understand because I'm having a Los Angeles, I'm a bit sore throat, I just had a snack. Anyway, don't have any expectations in life because that will only make you disappointed. And that's because when you have expectations, sure, you're looking forward to something, but you're also most more often than not have a perception that it's gonna turn out well, and then you expect a positive experience from it. But sometimes, and more often than not, when you have such standard already and then it turns out even anywhere lower, which is more likely the case because you're having this expectation that you keep pushing the standard up and up and up and up, the true experience that you get from it would more likely be a disappointment. And that's why, at least I feel that for me and also for a lot of everybody else, and also in a lot of points in my life, things just turns out to be a disappointment. And then more often than not, and that's usually the case, when I'm not expecting anything, or even when I'm nonchalant about it, like I don't even care about what's gonna happen to something that may or may not happen. And if I don't really like lose out on anything or get harmed by it in any way through the experience, it's usually a good one. Like I would genuinely feel okay or even have fun from the experience. So not having expectations is definitely, I feel, a good thing in life. Contrary to what, especially in Asian culture, when we're brought up in, that we're taught to by a certain milestone to achieve this and to do that by a certain time, and therefore have this pressure to have that expectation on ourselves. I think that's not the way to go forever. I think in forming like the foundation and the basic level of discipline for yourself, that's good. But like to extend that to everything else in life, like if I were to go to school, I want to get this much grade at this time, and then by this other time in the future, I want to be achieving this GPA and this grade and so on and so forth, or I get this job and so on and so forth. And when I like go out and like meet this person for a date, I would hope to meet this person, so on and so forth, and do the things we want, so on and so forth. Like these would usually lead to disappointment, and so it's easier to not have any expectations as you grow older. But at the same time, it's really hard to not have expectations because I think it's easier to have expectations. Probably one reason is that we're brought up to think about our life this way, but also it's probably a part of a sign that we are doing well as a person and that we're thriving, and that's why we will also have expectations on ourselves. I think it's natural, but that would still inevitably mean that we'll be disappointed at some point in time. And so I think it's not like it should be the optimal lifestyle to not have any expectations, because naturally we would just have them, but I think is how we're able to pick ourselves up after experiencing a disappointment. I think that's the most important part. Mm, yeah, I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I think this might have just been like a cause for most disappointments in life, I think. And growing up is just a big part of growing up also is to learn how to pick yourself back up. Yeah.